The Starlet Love. Once upon a time, in a picturesque village, lived a shy and kind-hearted girl named Lily. She had big dreams, but her reserved nature often kept her from expressing her feelings openly. One night, as she strolled under the starlit sky, she saw a young man named Max, who had just moved to the village. He was standing by a beautiful rose garden, gazing at the stars. With wonder in his eyes, Lily felt her heart flutter as she watched Max. He seemed to be just as enchanted by the starry night as she was. But being timid, she hesitated to approach him. As days passed, they would see each other from a distance, but they never exchanged more than a shy smile. One evening, fate intervened when the village held a magical lantern festival. People gathered to release glowing lanterns into the sky, making wishes as they soared. Lily decided this was her chance to make her feelings known. She wrote a heartfelt wish on her lantern, hoping it would reach Max's heart. As she released her lantern, she noticed Max doing the same. The lanterns floated side by side, rising higher and higher into the night sky. Lily's heart pounded as she watched her lantern draw closer to Max's. To her surprise, Max looked up, catching sight of her lantern and its heartfelt wish. He smiled and waved at Lily. Her face blushed like a rose, but she waved back with a shy grin. From that moment on, Lily and Max's connection deepened. They started exchanging hellos, slowly growing closer with each passing day. They would often meet under the starlit sky and share stories, dreams, and laughter. As time went on, Lily found herself falling in love with Max, and she believed he felt the same way. However, her fear of rejection held her back from confessing her feelings. She wondered if Max could feel the same way about a shy girl like her. One evening, as they sat together on a hill overlooking the village, Lily finally mustered the courage to share her feelings. Her heart pounded and her hands trembled as she looked into Max's eyes and said, I think I love you, Max. Part 2: Love's Journey. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town, lived two young souls named Lily and Jake. They grew up as childhood friends, sharing laughter and adventures in the meadows and by the sparkling river. As they grew older, a special bond formed between them. They became inseparable, and their friendship turned into something deeper. Lily's heart would flutter whenever she saw Jake's bright smile, and Jake's eyes sparkled whenever he looked at Lily. One summer day, as they were sitting under their favorite oak tree, Jake mustered the courage to share his feelings with Lily. Lily, you mean the world to me. I have loved you for as long as I can remember, he said with a shy smile. Lily blushed and replied, Jake, you have always been my best friend, and I have felt something special for you too. With their hearts full of joy, they took each other's hands, sealing their love with a promise to always be there for each other. Their love blossomed like wildflowers in a sunny meadow. They spent blissful days exploring the town hand in hand, and their laughter echoed through the streets. One evening, during a magical sunset, Jake took Lily to the top of a hill where a breathtaking view awaited them. He got down on one knee and presented a ring, saying, "Lily, will you make me the happiest man in the world and be my wife?" Tears of happiness streamed down Lily's cheeks as she nodded and said, "Yes, Jake, 1,000 times yes." Their engagement was celebrated with joy and love by their friends and families. They were destined to be together, and everyone knew as their wedding day approached. Lily and Jake were filled with excitement and anticipation. The town was adorned with lights and flowers as they said their vows in front of their loved ones. Their love story continued like a melody that never ceased. They built a cozy home together, and their love for each other grew with each passing day, but like any journey, their love faced trials too. They encountered hardships and disagreements, but their love and commitment never wavered. They embraced each other's flaws and found strength in their togetherness. One chilly winter evening, they sat by the fireplace, reminiscing about their journey. Lily said, "Jake, remember that oak tree where we first confessed our love?" Jake smiled and replied, "Of course, how can I forget? That's where our love story truly began." As they held hands, they knew that their love had stood the test of time. They had overcome challenges and celebrated joys together, making their love stronger with each passing year, and so, Lily and Jake's love story became an inspiration for others. They showed the world that true love could conquer anything, that it was a journey worth taking, and that a love that started as friendship could bloom into something truly extraordinary. They lived happily ever after, holding each other's hearts and creating beautiful memories, knowing that their love story would continue to be written with each new chapter of their lives. Part 3: The Serendipitous Connection. In a bustling city where people hurriedly went about their lives, there were two strangers, Emma and Ethan. Both led busy lives, unaware that fate was about to intertwine their paths. In the most unexpected way. One rainy afternoon, Emma was caught in a sudden downpour without an umbrella. She rushed for shelter under a tree, hoping to stay dry until the rain stopped. Just then, Ethan, who happened to be passing by, noticed her plight and offered his umbrella with a friendly smile. "Here, you can use my umbrella." "I don't mind getting wet," Ethan said warmly. Emma hesitated for a moment, but then gratefully accepted his kind gesture. As they stood together under the umbrella, they struck up a conversation and found themselves instantly drawn to each other's personalities. They learned that they both loved books, enjoyed long walks in the park, and had a shared passion for photography. It felt like they had known each other for ages, even though they had just met. As the rain subsided, they exchanged phone numbers and promised to meet again. Little did they know that this chance encounter would be the beginning of a beautiful love story. In the days that followed, Emma and Ethan became inseparable. They spent hours talking, laughing, and exploring the city together. Their connection deepened with each passing day, and they knew they had found something special. One evening, as they sat by the riverbank, watching the sunset, Ethan took Emma's hand in his and said, "Emma, from the moment I met you, I knew there was something magical about our connection. I want to be by your side, to cherish and love you always." Tears of joy filled Emma's eyes, and she replied, "Ethan, you have brought so much happiness into my life. I feel like I've found my missing piece. I love you too, with all my heart." With that, they sealed their love with a tender kiss, promising to be there for each other through thick and thin. Their love flourished like a blossoming garden. They supported each other's dreams, shared adventures, and discovered new passions together. They celebrated each other's successes and provided comfort during tough times. As their love grew stronger, they decided to take a big step and move in together. They created a cozy home filled with love, laughter, and cherished memories. One night, as they gazed at the stars from their balcony, Emma said, "Ethan, do you remember that rainy afternoon when we first met?" Ethan smiled and replied, "How could I forget? It was the day that changed my life forever." They both realized that their serendipitous meeting under the umbrella was the universe's way of bringing them together, and they were grateful for that magical moment. As time passed, Emma and Ethan's love continued to bloom. They knew they had found a love that was genuine, unconditional, and everlasting. Their love story became an inspiration to those around them, showing that sometimes the most beautiful things in life happen when we least expect them. And so, Emma and Ethan's love story continued to unfold like a timeless tale of two hearts finding each other in the vastness of the world, creating a love story that would be cherished for a lifetime. Part 4: Love Across the Miles. In a world filled with digital connections, fate brought together two souls, Sarah and Michael, living in different parts of the world. They met online through a mutual interest in writing and found solace in sharing their thoughts and dreams with each other. As days turned into weeks, their virtual friendship blossomed into something more profound. They spent countless hours chatting, laughing, and supporting each other through life's ups and downs. Despite the distance that separated them, they felt a deep and undeniable connection. One night, as they exchanged heartfelt messages, Sarah summoned the courage to share her feelings with Michael. "Michael, I must confess that I've fallen in love with you. Your words touch my heart in ways I can't describe." Michael was taken aback, but overjoyed by her admission. "Sarah, you've captured my heart too. Your kindness and understanding make me feel like we've known each other for a lifetime." From that moment on, they knew that their bond was special, transcending the miles between them. They decided to take a leap of faith and explore the possibility of turning their online friendship into something tangible. As time passed, Sarah and Michael's love grew stronger with each passing day. They sent each other letters and care packages, connecting in ways that felt more real than any virtual encounter. One day, Michael surprised Sarah with a plane ticket to visit him in his country. Excitement and nerves filled her heart as she embarked on the journey to meet her love for the first time. The moment they finally met at the airport was filled with joy and tears. They hugged tightly, savoring the feeling of being in each other's arms. It felt like a dream come true. During Sarah's visit, they explored Michael's city together, holding hands as they wandered through parks, visited museums, and shared intimate conversations over candlelit dinners. Their time together was filled with laughter, love, and unforgettable memories. They realized that distance was just a number. Their hearts were now inseparable. As the days of Sarah's visit drew to a close, they knew they couldn't bear to be apart again. Michael got down on one knee and said, "Sarah, I can't imagine my life without you. Will you marry me and be by my side forever?" Tears of joy streamed down Sarah's cheeks as she replied, "Yes, Michael, I want to be with you, no matter where life takes us." Their love story became a testament to the power of connection, breaking barriers and overcoming distance. They knew that love knew no bounds, and their hearts were bound together across the miles. With time, Sarah moved to Michael's country, and they started their life together, hand in hand and heart in heart. They cherished every moment, grateful for the journey that led them to each other. Their love story inspired others to believe in the magic of connections, whether they be across oceans or right next door. Love had brought them together, and they knew that love would be their guiding light through all of life's adventures. And so, Sarah and Michael's love story continued to unfold like a love letter written across continents, a tale of love that defied all odds and proved that love knows no boundaries. End the story.